Hello everybody. Today I was assigned to talk about visual deception and the topic is for advertising, the field. As we can see here we have a picture with a hamburger and it says free lunch, right? So immediately we figure out that it is a false advertising. So today we are going to learn more about how visual deception is about in the field of advertising. So let's continue. Okay, to learn more about, we are going to read the definition of what is visual deception. And visual deception is the art and craft of using observable action and images to deceive viewers. As we said before, it is a false advertising. As well, this is the act that always deceives the visual image and unreal where the vision is deceitful or misleading, and this means that the force of the vision may see something that is not true. That is basically what is visual deception. And we are going to continue. Okay, now what is advertising? The definition. Advertising is a promotional activity which aims to sell a product or service to target an audience. Is the promotion of a product, brand, or service to a viewership in order to attract interest, engagement, and sales. As well, advertisement come in many forms, for example, from copy to interactive video, and having bold to become a crucial feature of the app marketplace. So basically, now that we know what is visual deception and advertising, we are going to learn how visual deception uh, means in the field of advertising, how this affect in advertising. So we will see this in the next slide. So we are going to move on. Okay, now the description about the field. As I said before, visual deception about advertising. So it says, deceit advertising harms people in much the same ways as deception in sales and tends to be wrong for the same reason. Deceit ads harm customers by causing them to have false belief about the nature of the product being advertised and thereby causing them to make different purchase decisions that they would have made otherwise. So what is it means this? I mean, it is impossible thought that you never thought about the power optical illusion can have in the world of advertising, right? So you want people to pay attention to your ad and they are guaranteed to stop and start when you give them something their mind has not figured out. So as an example here, we have this picture that I mean they are selling a car, right? But for this visual deception, we can see that the family or maybe the couple they are so happy. So I mean they are selling the car, right? But they catch your attention. So because maybe they are saying that you are going to be so happy if you buy a car, maybe you can find a couple or something like that and you can travel around the country. So that is basically visual deception, right? They try to catch your attention, but in a false way, let's say. So we are going to move on, sorry, for the next slide. The uses of the advertising about the visual deception. You want people to pay attention to your ad and they are guaranteed to stop and start when you give them something their mind has to figure out. Two, optical illusion are images that trick your brain into seeing things that don't exist or seeing them from two different perspectives. And finally, ads can be interpreted in many ways, but no matter what, you want people to pay attention. That's why it is smart to incorporate optical illusion in your marketing. So basically, this is what the visualization acts in the advertising way. We have a collage where we can see some visual deception about advertising, right? So here imagine we have alcohol ads, food ads, fragrant ads. So how this can affect, for example, about alcohol ads, we have advertising uses the intrigue to make the product more fantasy to young adult audience. About food, we have people who create food and uses techniques to make the product look delicious and appetizing. And about the fragrance, we have masculine ideas, woman likeness, and sexual drive, right? So that's they use this visual deception in advertising. We can ask how people are deceived by this illusion. Optical illusion are images that trick your brain into seeing things that don't exist. So that means that people, I think, they are very easy to deceive, and mostly in this field, as we saw in the previous slide about food, games, alcohol, etc. And a conclusion that we can say is that if you ever struggle to see the hidden images in a single image stereogram, you may have discovered that not everyone experiences visual illusion in the same way. For some illusions, some people simply are not able to see the effect. So thank you very much. That was pretty much about the visual deception in the field of advertising. Thanks.